United every year there in Munich. Just also as like Manchester United also, who have also had their own issue. Today here in the city of Owerri, we are remembering that ill-fated flight that led to the death of those young players who would have, yes, become the nation best, footballers if not for fate. What happened on that very flight on that day, and among those that were on that flight on that day is no other person than Coach Afoshu's DK. Yes, I will call him the professor of football. He was among those who were in that ill-fated flight on that day, and he has lived with it. And also one of those who were in that plane was no other person than Coach Obin Obiaka. Today there are still particles of bottle on his head, glasses on his head. We have on the line no other person than Coach Afoshu's DK. Good morning, Coach, and how are you doing?
Hello.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Coach.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Coach.
Yeah, good morning, Kennedy.
Yes, well, we are good here, Coach. Coach, 31 years ago, you were involved with Iwanyawu National in that ill-fated Oriental Airline crash. Coach, tell us how it has been for the last 31 years that incident happened.
Well, it's been quite interesting, and it calls for want to look down memory lane to examine what happened through that period, and it's been all praises to God for keeping one alive up to this moment, because each time these dates crops up, one will want to look back at that very date of the incident that happened that very day. But I suffice it to say that one is grateful to God that we are still alive, and continue to pray to God and thank God for what He did for us. It was a real miracle.
Coach, after that period, Iwanyawu National went on to dominate Nigeria football. Has there been any time that the government or CAF said, look, those people who survived while on our engagement, while representing the country, let's invite them to commemorate the day?
Well, I wouldn't. I thought they would have done that. They would have thought along that line. But yeah, I mean, people have different views about issues in life, and it's only them that can explain why they have not been able to deem it necessary. Even the state government, irrespective of the fact that the club was run by late Chief Uwen, he was a placeholder. He was trying to help Imo State and Nigeria rediscover football in Imo State, and that's why a lot of people picked interest in Wayne, and they did marvelously well. And I believe the legacy they left behind should have been enough to at least commemorate such a very historic, even though sad event. But surprisingly, nobody has thought along that line. Even if you remember, also the team won the league in 1993. Went to African Cup, represented the country, and so we did very well. But nobody, even in Imo State, nobody has been able to say, okay, these people that did this, what are they? It's quite unfortunate. So, like I said, it is in the hands of those who are in the Home of Affairs to think toward that direction. Maybe you have tried to remind them of that very obligation, so to say. If they choose not to do that, well, it's in their own right. That's their own decision. But I think it's worthwhile, like you said, and that's very people. If not, Wang himself, who spent his money and made him state happy, should be at least commemorated, and should remember on this very occasion.
Yeah, Coach, the Commissioner for Sports, Honorable Nonyocha, just this morning sent out a message commiserating with your people, and also saying that the state government will not abandon, his own. And but Coach, moving forward, and let's talk about the survivors, those who survived that if-fatal day. Are you somehow in contact, or do you have a union, or how do you have a means of communication? We are people who feel this day should be memorable, we'll talk to you people.
Well, there's a group of there's a group in Imo State, who are from time to time the ex-players and whatever. They've been trying as much as possible to, rekindle the memories of past years and work together. And it's well commendable. People like Ebin Nabiaka, I think he was one of those who championed it. And, and so many other people. So I think it's worth doing. And if it can be, expanded to a larger scale, where people in most states will remember this very day. And then if you look at it, the funny things are, I don't know what I wouldn't say it's funny. Ever since when won that cup in 1993, you understand me? When one stumble or the other, probably in the Challenge Cup, when that was how many years ago they won Challenge Cup back to back. The league have not been able to translate. So these are so many things are really, can really come out to play a part in trying to fashion a new heartland, even though the name has been changed, for them to do well. We should look at sports, football as a defining factor, not a divisionary sports, where people begin to use it as an avenue to cast aspersion on other people and whatever. Okay, that's what I think.
Well, Coach, it's a pleasure being with you on this show this morning on a day that so many of us still remember, very fresh in our memory, and due to survival, thank God for keeping you people alive.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you very much for this very.
You're welcome, Coach. That has been Coach. Yes, the professor of football. We call him Professor. Afoshus DK, a man that over the years have done so much for football. We have our first caller on the line. This morning. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Kennedy.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, Prof. DK, Mazi Mecheka from Ezamopra Adim is saying good morning to you. I'm very, very happy to hear your voice this morning after 31 years. You see, my brother Ken, we do say this in every time. Go to Cameroon, Clement Fo is remembered. You mentioned Munich here. You mentioned England. Here, when they go, when they use them, they press them, they remove all the oil, remove all the blood, and they throw away their chaff. Only I blame the players too. They cannot form a formidable ex-international or ex-player. Because coming to Nigeria, my brother, there is nothing in Nigeria. They can only fight for glass house to receive that dollar for international engagement and share the money. They don't care for players. They don't care for coaches. They don't care for referees. This is the problem we have in Nigeria. You see that match you are talking of now happened at 1 year ago. Iwanyam National went to Dodgers for Nigeria. Iwanyam National of Nigeria, not Imo State. If Nigeria, if CAF, as you ask, if CAF cannot say anything because we have nobody there, and let me come clear. Let's call it straight. Igbos has no representative in Nigeria, in Africa. Okay, CAF did not say anything. Why can't Nigeria? If Nigeria cannot do anything, what of the state, the original state of national? So you see all this is they are doing. Before you see a governor or a minister or president pour money into sports, by then he has mounted to his own person in front who will hijack that money back to them and share it. In fact, if I begin go far, because I play street football,
yes,
I watch Matthew Onyema, Andrew Uwe, which is football. I took a stadium, but today what we are seeing is to share the dollar in football. You see someone like Opera City there, that just manage put his head there. Who are they decisions in Nigeria? You know what's going on? Yeah? She just here.
Hey, we've lost Mazi Cheta on the line. Yes, please let's keep it snappy because the time is no longer our friend on the program this morning. Good morning.
My management.
Yeah, Agoya, you're welcome.
Yes, man, God bless you.
And you too. How would Nama Juma?
I remember the way I always say, I mean, you don't remember. Look at my job. All these global funds are sometimes our institutions are there. God bless all of them. But I'm saying this, if you have this referee of England, which is appointed to see, direct, the referee appointed us. This is a very match. It's not a real cracker. Have you been that a real match is not unfair? That is to execute. That can even if farmers at the time minute outside. The use is one that throws into the next player of the score that goal. The thing is the way they are treating Chelsea, but what I know that we will bounce back. Unstoppable. We are remained world champion. What I'm saying, our own school has fit, and that's how it is done. We are doing it. We do well. We win match. No total system. If I need a man, we go down, make that time, we win that match. So this time around, and I need to put my bed out, and she must put my bed out. So that's why.
Wow, network once more. Wow. Let's just keep it, under 1 minute. Time is no longer our friend on the show this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, my brother, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
You are reminding me past memory of Wayang Sana. God bless you. Whether cup or the NFS recognized or not, it is written that once upon a time, this club was at this particular level. So when we have the activate, they will come up. As for Chelsea fans complaining, whatever, let them play well and win. Thank you.
You're welcome, my brother. Let them play well and win. And let's go to the Champions League and tell you that games we have played in the Champions League yesterday. Olympic Paragola played at a 13 draw with Prague, so why Slava Prague? Yes, played at a 2-2 draw with Bodogi, and why Ajax lost by 2-0 to no any other thing than Inter Milan. Bayern Munich, they massacred the Chelsea by 3-1, while Liverpool, they never walk alone. Check out the number of goals that Liverpool has scored as the dying minute of every game. They defeated Atletico Madrid by 3-2. That is the mark of a champion. And PSG, we are 4-0 better than Atlanta. They really dealt with Atlanta yesterday. Good morning and welcome to
in Nigeria, to empower. Can you hear the amount of money, running billions? Plus, and they say Nigerians, who are among the Nigerians, are never gotten any alert. I want to put it to the president, Mr. Tinubu, sir, the governor of the state, where is this money? Nigerian families, I never had anybody say I've gotten the alert of this amount of money. Can you see how they use the economy?
Wow, that's really our friend here this morning. Let's also tell you that there will be also games in the Europa today where FC Bruges will take on Monaco. We hope to see how that game will go, and we also FC Copenhagen will take on Bayer Leverkusen, while Eintracht Frankfurt will take on Galatasaray, Manchester City will take on Liverpool, Napoli, while Newcastle United will lock us with Barcelona, and Sporting Crowd will take on Crank. So Champions League games will continue. We'll continue, and at the end of the day, we'll see what the result of those games will be. Yes, Champions League will continue, and we'll go also take a look at other games that are coming up. Yes, are coming up, especially here at home, here in Nigeria. A lot of games are coming up, especially as it has to do with the ongoing women playoff. I will take a look at that, and also let's tell you that wow.